Welcome to this matchup of U-16 JWHL hockey. We have Newbridge Academy sporting the white with maroon shoulders. We have Little Caesars, the orange and sky blue shoulders, which I am a fan of personally. Sky blue, one of my favorite colors. I am your broadcaster, Jake Raccoon. Did a couple games yesterday, no U-16 games, however, so this is a first for me, and I'm glad I get to share it with all of you watching at home. A couple parents in the rink here, very early, 7 o'clock game start. We're looking at like 7:08 right now, but with only 17-minute periods as the U-16 rules go, we should be able to be good and scrunch this into the 2-hour time frame that all the games are given. Out here in Rochester, New York, it was a brisk 0 as I came in this morning. My car read 0. My car usually within a couple degrees Fahrenheit, that is. And yeah, so 0 degrees. Standard ice is chilled in a hockey rink around 23 degrees. So your fun fact to start you off this morning, the ice that the girls are skating on is warmer than the air outside. Teams getting ready, doing their chants. Once again, Newbridge in the white, Little Caesars in the orange. And we're going to get some girls out here to take the face off, and we're going to play a hockey game. Wait. The girls, they know who's starting. They know who the go-to players are. See if I can do this before the face-off. Out there for Newbridge starting, we have Grace Smith, Kate Hayden on defense, Annie Tulk, the other defender, Grace Smith on the wing. The other wing, Taylor Homer, and centering, we have Riley Burns. For Little Caesars, their numbers are very hard to read, but I will do it. Peyton Luff on the wing. The other, yeah, I can't read these numbers. This teal on orange is very, yeah, so someone didn't have the best idea for colors. But in defense, they have Alex George. Centering, they have Kirsten Sims. The other wing, they have Ryla Clemens. And the other defense, they have, trying to read a number here. Well, Alex George is the one. The other defender is, looking real closely here, 28. There is no 28. So it is 78. Grace Garvey. Little Caesars moving it up on the wing. This game is underway, just a couple seconds into the first period. Looking for a nice, fun game out here. Early in the morning, everyone. The big test for me and the players is going to be the sluggishness. Are you actually awake? It's a little easier for under 16 children as the save there by Thiele. And once again, the net down on my left, just Rink 3 has had some issues with their net. Starting in goal for Newbridge Academy, we have Jody Adamski. Starting in goal for Little Caesars, we have Amanda Thiele, who is committed to Ohio State. Graduation year of 2020, so props to her. Only should be sophomore year of high school and committed to the Ohio State. That's a pretty solid accomplishment. I got a friend who goes there. Likes it there. Not a hockey player, but he's a cool guy. Little Caesars trying to bring it up here. Bringing it through the middle, carrying here for Little Caesars is Clemens. I'm sorry, that is Hall. Hall takes a shot, that one goes wide. Trying to swing her back around to Hall. They don't, but then they take a shot, that one's blocked away. Shot there coming from McCullough. Back to recover is Komarowski. Back through the center, McCullough gets down to Hall. Hall, shot there, and that goes in! A shot from Hall, just barely into the zone, sort of a harmless looking wrister. Might have used the defender as a screen, and Little Caesars has a 1-0 lead, courtesy of Courtney Hall. graduating in 2019, committed to St. Cloud State. Assisting on that play, Kelly McCullough getting it up to her. Secondary assist, I don't have that good of a memory. Hayden takes it back for Newcastle, but she gives this one away. Controlling here's Luff. Luff shoots it down for Clemens. Clemens down on the wing, trying to maintain control. She gets that one poked away. Now chasing after it, Travers. Travers could not get there first. Little Caesars recovers. Now covering up here is Adamski, and we'll get a whistle. One nothing Little Caesars. Just over 2 minutes to go. The goal coming a little before 2 minutes. And a pretty early goal. And as I was saying, the test is to see how awake you really are at 7 a.m. here in Rochester, New York. Newcastle bringing it back up here. This is Boone. Boone is wide. Tucks it in behind the net and recovered by Smith. Smith turning, throws it out in front. No one's there, but recovering is Homer. Homer shoots there, dribbler. That one is saved by Thiele. As Taylor Homer stepping up, taking a shot that got deflected, popped in the air, and they can be tricky, but it went right to Amanda Thiele, and she was able to make the save. Newcastle looking to get back into the game. Newbridge trying to get one in, and Thiele's going to go cover this one, and we'll redo it on the other side. Okay, so that's Newbridge, not Newcastle, who's a soccer team in Europe. I don't know why I said that, but Newbridge here trying to get the tying goal. Little Caesars trying to not let that happen. Shot right off the face-off. That one's tipped high. Thiele might have got a piece of it. This one shot up through center. And Tulk is going to go back and get it. Harassing her is Hall, the goal scorer. Hall trying to center it. That one's blocked away, and now Bujo will take it out. Swung around defensively for Little Caesars. This one comes around to Alex George. George tries to sling it up. That one's blocked and kept in by Newbridge. Tipping this one out here and coming up with a 2-on-2 with the puck is Kirsten Sims. Sims trying to drive to the net, loses control of the puck, but Hall will go after and get it. She'll slap it in, and Sims will recover behind the net. Sims chipping it to herself along the board, checks the referee a little bit. Definitely didn't look like she was trying to avoid him, but the referee didn't give her anything for that. And around this comes, and this one's recovered by Smith. I'm sorry, that's Marnie. Marnie trying to clear it. This one gets taken away here by Clemens. Clemens trying to get over to Robbins. They'll tip this one back in. Clemens steals it away, looking in front. That was for McCullough. McCullough was on her backhand though. Newcastle will clear this one with Burns. It'll go down, and we'll get an icing. Newcastle will have a Newbridge. I did it again. Newbridge will have a defensive zone draw. One nothing Little Caesars. Goal courtesy again of Courtney Hall, commit to St. Cloud State. Newbridge wins this one back. Hayden collects it. Smith has it now up on the wing, trying to get it out of the zone. This one's blocked and kept in. Robbins dribbles it towards the net, and that will be covered by Adamski. If I had to guess on that first goal, I would say Adamski was screened by her own defender, because it was a well-placed shot, of course, but could have been. There's been more difficult shots that I've seen saved in this tournament. Oh, right off the mast there, like that one. She used her head on that one. Shot from the point here. This one gets tipped almost right to Robbins. McCullough. McCullough now swings it to Robbins. Robbins back down. That one gets intercepted. Brought up by Newcastle. O'Rourke trying to take this one up. That one gets stolen away, and here's McCullough. McCullough coming in. Tries a centering pass there to Clemens. And that one goes wide. Now recovering is Little Caesars, George. George off the boards to herself. Plays it through center. Circling up here, trying to get it forward. Is Luff. Luff loses it, but recovering for Little Caesars is Sims. Sims now coming through the center. Toe drag there. Shot. Oh, that one. She was looking for the top corner, but she missed it there. Drifted back in. That one's intercepted by Newbridge. This is Boone bringing it up. She tips it in. This one, a couple of players thought it might go for icing, but it doesn't get whistled down. Now recovering here is Bujo. Bujo up to Boone. Back down. That one goes to Seraphin. Seraphin to Bujo. Loses it at the point and recovered by Marnie. Marnie swinging it back down. Defenders will go for a change for Newbridge. Or at least one of them will. Now coming back up is Little Caesars, but this one gets thrown right back in. Little Caesars intercept. This one kept in by Tulk, but Newbridge is offside. And recovering here. Thrown in by Rowe. And that one's going to be icing. She was behind the red line. Still 1-0. I was about to say we're about halfway through the period, but we've only 17 minutes. And so we are almost 7 minutes into the period. Halfway would be, for all the math wizards out there, 8.5 minutes. Circling here, Robbins. She leaves it over there. Or McCullough leaves it there for Robbins. This one's stolen away. Grace Smith bringing it down now. Grace Smith, one person to beat, and the puck on its edge. She couldn't get a good handle on it, but she throws it in around behind the net. Trying to recover Burns. Burns trying to take a shot. She does eventually. That one's saved by Thiele. You can hear her parents or friends, parents yelling. On my right, the referee trying to avoid contact, but the referee, you're not going to totally avoid contact. Intercepted here by Seraphin. Seraphin will bring it in. Shoot herself. That one's saved by the blocker by Thiele. Up to the point, Maroney chips it back in. Maroney holding it here. Throws it to the net, looking for a tip. That was Homer, but that one's tipped wide. Around on the boards here, Seraphin. Around behind. Seraphin lost control. Little Caesars recovers. They chip it up, and eventually this one comes out, and coming down with speed is Clemens. Clemens now with a move. Shan staying with her is Adamski. Clemens still with the puck. Here at the point is George. George swings it over to Sims. Sims almost loses the edge, holds on to it, eventually gets pushed down. George there at the point, takes a shot, tipped, and it's going to go wide. Covering down the corner is Boone. Boone trying to swing it around for Newbridge, trying to keep it in. And now keeping this one in is Clemens. Clemens in front, centering pass. Oh, and she was looking for Sims. Kirsten Sims, and Newbridge will ice the puck. Kirsten Sims on the doorstep, knocking, but nobody answered. She wanted that one badly. Now we are about halfway through the first period. 8:20 to go. Still 1-0 Little Caesars, courtesy of Courtney Hall. Newbridge won it for a second. This one stolen by Little Caesars, and Newbridge steals it right back, and Little Caesars steals it right back. This is McCullough. McCullough trying to get it up. Can't get it back to herself. She sends this one back to George. Up on the wing to Hall. Tate Hayden back to get it. Hayden swings around the boards. They swing it back to Hayden. This one will come all the way around to O'Rourke. Hayden recovering again. Trying to get it to Sophia Rowe. Eventually Hayden comes up with it. Now Hayden skating up, trying to get it around to Bujo. She can't do that, and Hayden has again now a Rowe. Recovering here is Tulk. Tulk with a nice move there to hold on to the puck. Trying to get it up though. That one's stolen. Hayden recovers in behind the net. Hayden up to Rowe. Rowe down. And back up to Rowe. Shooting it up now. Oh, almost a breakaway pass for Bujo. But getting in the way of that for Little Caesars. Defensively, they had Sims. Little Caesars maintaining control now. Oh, centering pass there. Courtney Hall looking for her second. Flats this one in front. This one comes right to her. McCullough trying to tip it in. Saying it was in. The referee said no. He had about as good a view of anyone. Sometimes you just got to lie to yourself to try and convince the referee. I think that's what Avery Robbins was trying to do. No goal now. Rayla Clemens along now. Save for Adamski. Back there, Adamski gave some room on the post. Avery Robbins tried to tuck it in. Threw her arms up in celebration. Referee looked right at her and said no. Shook his head, waved off his arms and everything. And she didn't put up too much of a resistance because I think she knows. Here's Clemens. Clemens now circling. In behind the net, she gets that one taken away. Newbridge will get this one up. Trying to steal it away, Little Caesars. They chip it back into the corner. Covering for Newbridge is Marnie. Keeping this one in, but Smith takes it out. Here comes Homer. Homer getting it to Smith wide. Smith trying to go. That one's stolen away by Little Caesars handily. Just under 6 minutes to go in the first period. 1-0 Little Caesars still. Shot from Marnie. That one's just wide. Just by a foot or two. Smith here trying to get it up. Tripped. No call. Was George. Marnie up on the boards. Looking for Burns. Can't find her, however. And recovering in behind. Little Caesars. Getting up on the wing, and now use center with speed. This is Sims. Sims shot there. Save for Adamski. Sims recovering. Adamski looking maybe a little panicked. Hall coming in here on that last save, but she made it. It was a little high in an awkward position. Shot there. Adamski's good on that one. Got the glove low, pad on the ice. George over there trying to intercept. Eventually this comes out, goes back to George back in the Little Caesars zone. There's Sims coming up now. Sims looking to take another shot. She elects not to. Does some fancy spin moves. Gets tripped there. Still no call. Referee's letting them play this morning. Over to George on the wing. George had whole open net. Oh, tip there. Shot scores. George takes the shot. It gets deflected in front by Avery Robbins, and bearing it home is Courtney Hall for her second of the day. Courtney Hall now with both goals for Little Caesars. Referee's talking something over. That one was a shot from Alex George, sort of a centering pass. It was tipped in front by Avery Robbins. The save was made by Josie Adamski, but the rebound went right to Courtney Hall, who was able to put it in. And while I'm talking about all of this, we're finding out it didn't count. There was a penalty. So disregard everything I just said. There was a penalty, and now they score. So that one is going to count. That is a shot from Lauren Regal. From the point, a little snapper that goes through. So everything I said about the last goal, ignore that. There was a penalty, and they counted the goalie making a save as Newbridge having possession. So that goal didn't count, and this one does. So now it is 2-0 Little Caesars. This one scored by Lauren Riegel, the defender, graduating in 2019. And Marnie trying to say the net was off. The net right now is off. But they're not going to overturn the goal. Yeah, they trying to convince the ref, saying, hey, the net wasn't on. Well, it was darn near close. Nobody noticed. If it was, I don't know. It could have been on. But there's some snow. Just trying to help out her goalie, maybe. Coming through here's Clemens. Clemens with some speed and fancy footwork. Here's Riegel. Another shot from the point. Riegel looking for her second. Paul thought she had her second, but didn't. Oh, right there off the post was McCullough, trying to go right between the head of Josie Adamski and the post. And she got all pipe. Centering here, McCullough again on the doorstep, slapping it, and Adamski standing tall. Little Caesars keeping up the pressure here. Here's Riegel. Riegel, wrist shot, tipped on under the goalie's pad, and Rayla Clemens was very close to taking a 3-goal lead there for Little Caesars. That one, the goalie didn't know where it was. She lifted her pad, Adamski lifted her pad a little bit, trapped it under there, but she didn't know it was down there. Clemens did, but the referee did as well, so they blew the whistle. Hayden now off the boards. Trying to chip it up. Smith's going to chase after it. Peyton Luff is going to get there first for Little Caesars. Circling around now. Riegel. Taking it through the center is Sims before she lost it. Around on the boards now. Someone's going to come up. Newbridge is going to keep it in, centering, and that one goes right to Peyton Luff. Sorry, that's Grace Garby on the right defense. I saw Peyton Luff with a forward, and I said, why is she playing defense? And then I realized I was looking at the wrong number. Coming up now, this one is Sims. Back to Sims. Sims had the open one-timer for Courtney Hall, but she elects to shoot. Save made up into the netting, and we'll get a whistle. 2:16 to go in the first. 2-0 Little Caesars, courtesy of Courtney Hall. Almost Courtney Hall again, but instead Lauren Riegel, due to a penalty that waved off the goal. A very interesting and complex situation. You'd have to know hockey a little bit to understand what happened. I sort of understand it. Rules are a little different in the U-16 USA leagues than what I'm accustomed to in the NCAA, but work in progress. Hayden trying to block off her man here and going down to McCullough. McCullough knocked over. Coming out with Clemens, centering pass. Oh, there's Luff looking for the one-timer. She just shot that one wide. Luff holds on to it behind the net. Luff chased by Peyton. Jukes her out of her socks. Luff up to the point. This is George. George back down to Luff. Luff centering pass. Oh, but no one was there. This one's right back out. And that was Garby on a shot. This one goes all the way around to George. George shoots it back down for Luff. Luff around on the boards, finds Jang. Jang trying to steal it away. Can't. Luff tries to intercept, but Hayden takes this one away. Hayden flips it up on the boards. This one will come all the way out. Missing it was Riegel. Going forward now is O'Rourke for Newbridge. O'Rourke falls down. Little Caesars able to recover. Just a minute left here in the period. Marnie at the point tries to shuffle it down, does. Marnie gets it back at the point. Gets it over to Boone. Boone shot there. That one's knocked back to her. Recovering here is Newbridge. Circling around, this is Burns. Burns coming through the center. trying to go wide, trying to go inside now. Trying to center, and that one's intercepted, and Regal will take it away. Just a little bit behind with that pass intended for Clemens. And this one's going to be iced by Marnie. And we will come back for a face-off. 19.3 seconds to go. Little Caesars with their 2-0 lead. Dare I say Little Caesars with their little 2-0 lead. 2 goals is known as the worst lead in hockey. You feel safe, but realistically 1 goal makes you not very safe. So, that being said, Newcastle, 19 seconds here. Looking to get on the board, defensive zone draw. Newcastle wins it. This goes back to Hayden. Hayden over on the wing to Tulk. Tulk trying to get it up. Little Caesar steals it away. Spinning there is Garby. Garby keeps it in. Looking for the one-timer there, and in! Courtney Hall calling for that puck for what seemed like an eternity. Eventually, she gets it to her. On the pass was Kirsten Sims. Rachel Hall now gets her second, as she thought she might have had her second a little while ago, and there's only 1.4 seconds left on top of that. 3-0 Little Caesar. This face-off will just be for formality. A little bit of a late shot there, which yesterday I got to witness a bit of a tussle over, but the U-16, I don't think something that close they care very much. So the teams will meet for about a 2-minute intermission. It is 3-0, courtesy of Courtney Hall. I almost said Rachel Hall, who is my neighbor back home. Courtney Hall, Lauren Regal, and then Courtney Hall again, courtesy of them. For Newbridge, Josie Adamski in nets, making a good amount of saves, not all of them. On the other end, Amanda Thiele tested a little bit, but not too much, and she stood tall. We hope you're enjoying today's game and want to remind you that this game, as well as others from the weekend, are streamed live at jwhl.org, and all games are archived at our YouTube site. You can find it at youtube.com and search for JWHL. While you're there, we urge you to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, but it'll help us bring you the best of junior women's hockey. Teams scheming at their benches, trying to come up with a game plan. For Little Caesars, at this point in time, making that game plan is a little bit easier. Now, 3 goals, you can relax a little bit. You can't take your foot off the gas. One of my partners, Josh, who did the game for the U-16 Little Caesars yesterday, was saying that they took their foot off the gas, almost blew a lead, but didn't. Ended up with the win, so hopefully they'll keep their foot on the gas, at least through this second period. Newbridge and Little Caesars doing their respective chants. Jody Adamski still in net, and Amanda Thiele also still in net. Sometimes these coaches here at the tournament like to switch goalies, and I don't catch it until midway through the period when I say that's not the number I was looking at last period. And so I'm checking this time. Shouldn't be any surprise that they're playing. But anyways, we're off here in the second period. 17 minutes on the clock. 3 goals for Little Caesars and 0 goals for Newbridge. But anything can change with 34 minutes of hockey to go. Little Caesars back into their zone. And if you think 34 minutes is weird, in U-16 the periods are only 17 minutes. Most of you listening are probably parents or family and know this, but this was news to me as of yesterday. Up at the point here, here's Garby. Garby shot there, looking with some traffic in front. Standing in front, there's Clemens as well as Sims. Clemens here getting it to Garby. Garby looking for a redirect. And there's Sims in front again. Getting some traffic, getting a screen. Sims now here in the slot, takes a shot right off the mask. Down and put in by Clemens. That one looked like off the mask of Josie Adamski. A bad bounce that goes right to Rayla Clemens. Rayla Clemens puts it home 4-0. Little Caesars. Now, in terms of scores, I will say this. Yesterday, the rule is supposed to be 6 goals for a running clock. Yesterday, they did it at 5. So, should Little Caesars score again before Newbridge scores again, I will keep you updated on the status of the clock. As I had a third period yesterday that took 20 extra minutes because it was running clock for the whole time. Coming up here is Regal. Regal trying to muster her way through, eventually gets the puck back, and she shoots this one back to her buddy, Grace Garby. I assume the buddies, they play for the same team. And their defensive line mates. So that would make sense. Avery Robbins now controlling, eventually stolen by Newbridge. Newbridge up on the boards, trying to tip this one up. That one's stolen away here. And tipping this one up, and now racing down is Grace Smith. Grace Smith coming in alone, takes a shot. Defense is catching up to her. She had to get rid of it. And Grace Smith takes a shot, but that one is saved by Amanda Thiele. Coming down now is Zhang. Zhang leaves it there to the point. Clemens shot there right off the stick. You could hear the sound of lumber from up here. And by up here, I mean like right next to the ice, probably about 10, 15 feet above it. As I said before doing NCAA games, I'm significantly farther. As this one dribbles back to Thiele, she'll hold on to it. Says, thank you very much. Easiest shot I will probably ever face. And if it's not the easiest, it's up there. But as I was saying, the NCAA games that I do, I'm probably about 80 feet up. I'm probably about 30 feet away from the ice. So this is significantly closer, significantly colder as well. But it's fun, and it's easier to read numbers sometimes. Like now when they're skating below me, to read their nameplates. McCullough tries to muscle this one off. Boudreaux tries to steal it away. Coming out with it, however, is Garby. Garby up through the middle, this one to McCullough. McCullough takes a shot, that one's blocked wide. Hall recovers this one in behind. McCullough tried to steal in behind the net. Does, and gets this one behind the net. Looking is Robbins. Sorry, it's Clemens. Clemens shot there, rebound, and that one's put home by Kelly McCullough on the shot from Rayla Clemens. And it is 5-0 Little Caesars. Keep my eye on the clock. And as of now, the score is 5. The clock is not moving, but we will see after the next whistle. So now, testing my memory is Little Caesars. We have Courtney Hall, Lauren Regal, Courtney Hall again. Then it was, I can't remember that fourth goal, but the most recent one was Kelly McCullough. And I believe it was McCullough or Robbins. No, it was Clemens. Clemens had the fourth one. And the fifth one was Kelly McCullough. Those were the goals for Little Caesars. For Newbridge, we are still waiting on that first one. Clock is running right now because we're playing. Poor choice of words from me. We will see when we have a whistle. Puck here, trying to get it up to Garby. That one's taken in behind. Circling here, Hall. Back down to Hall. Sends that one down low. Clemens looking to get it up front. That one goes up to Garby. Garby across the boards. This one finds Komorowski. Komorowski shot there. Wide. Swinging around. Here's Sims. Sims trying to find someone to pass to. Doing some nice skating in the meantime. Sims still with the puck. Eventually drops it off for Luff. Luff stopping there. Leaves it there for Sims. Sims coming through the slot. Sims looking for a shot. Pass in front. Shot there. And that one's saved by Thiele. Maybe blocked by a defender. That one's deflected on there. Shot coming from Komorowski. And some good chances here for Little Caesars. This one's shot down. Will go for an icing. Luff was back there. Referees deemed she was making an effort to get the puck, and they called it icing. So the clock is not running at this time. 5-0, 11:55 clock is stopped. So perhaps Little Caesars, should they want a running clock, needs one more. Newbridge, should they not want a running clock, needs to either not give up a goal or score another. Or one. Bring it up here, Robbins off the boards, finds Clemens. Clemens lost it in her skates. And they'll recover. Riegel gets it up. Coming in with a shot here. That was Robbins, and that one goes wide. Here at the point, back down to Robbins, looking for the centering pass. Couldn't find anyone there. Chasing back is Riegel. Riegel circling around. Riegel just now, I am seeing, wearing the C for Little Caesars. Centering pass here, looking for Hall. Hall couldn't get a handle on it. Newcastle coming back here. Shot deflected by George. Off into the corner, no harm done there. Newbridge stealing this one away. Wide angle shot there, out in front, backhand shot. That shot attempt coming from Serafin. This one comes to the point to Tulk. Tulk wrists it on, another save there. Save there coming from Thiele, who hasn't seen too much action this second period, but saw a couple shots right there. Incidental contact there, and now here's a 2-on-1. Hall coming now with Sims. Hall shoots, and she is stoned by Adamski this time. Hall looking for the hat trick. I don't think we'll see any hats. There's only about 4 hats to be thrown anyway. Now here comes Sims. With some speed, Sims cutting in, shoots, scores! And a nice move from Sims, slips it right between the legs of Adamski, and it is 6-0 Little Caesars. And now, Kirsten Sims getting involved in the scoring. Looks to be the youngest player on Little Caesars. She's the only one with a 2022 graduation date. Which makes me feel old because I graduated high school in 2014. So I am feeling pretty old right now. And now we have a goalie switch. And in net is 33. Who is not... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking at the wrong roster. 33 is Haley McKim for Newbridge. Clock ticking. I'll wait for a whistle to see if it is a running clock. But approaching halfway through the second, and Haley McKim has taken over in net for Newbridge. Newbridge now trying to get it in. Marnie gets it up. This one is carried by O'Rourke. O'Rourke in behind the net. Throws it out in front there, looking for Homer. Couldn't find her, however. Wide side pass to McCullough. McCullough gets poke checked, but muscles it through, but eventually that one's taken away by Boone. Boone tries to shoot it up, but this one's still in the way. Sims going wide, shoots. That one's just tipped wide by the goalie. This one back in front, shot there, and a save by McKim. McKim not starting, seeing some early action. Clock is not running. So we have a 6-0 lead, so it must be different for U-16 than it is for the U-19s. But McKim here early in the game, 2 shots, 2 saves. So far, so good. But to get the win for McKim needs a minimum of 6 goals from her team in front of her. And tossed in a face-off, and in this tournament, that's the first face-off toss that I've seen I didn't think they were doing face-off tosses, but she got tossed. So that was Robbins getting tossed. Out in front here. To the point, there's George. Now up to the point. They find Regal. Regal swings it down, back up to Regal. Regal, wrist shot there, looking for a deflection. Had a screen in front. McKim sees that one. Even if just for a moment she saw it, and she caught it. Regal likes to take those wristers with some traffic in front. She didn't get a deflection, got a straightforward goal on her first shot, or the first goal that she scored, and has looked for a couple deflections. In the meantime, this one shot off into the corner, taken by McCullough. McCullough wraparound attempt here, stuffing it into the side, but Haley McKim still standing tall, and she has seen quite some amount of shots. Now we are halfway through, just 2 seconds past halfway through the second period and halfway through the game. Love doing this quick maths. Up to the point here, Regal. Regal, another wrist shot. That one is a logo sniper from Lauren Regal. Logo sniper being, if you're aiming for the logo on the chest, it was a great shot. As for the goalies, they'll say thank you very much for that one. I don't have to move at all. Back up to Regal. Regal wrists this one. Dribbler. Just barely wide. But McKim was right there for the save. Regal again, a wrist shot. This one, McKim reaches out, pushes away with the glove. It was probably going wide, but for good measure, she got it anyway. Regal now trying to save it out, and now here's a break for Newcastle. Coming in, one-timer shot there, and a save made by Thiele. On the pass was O'Rourke. Taking the shot was Trevors. And a good attempt there, probably the best chance for Newbridge in recent memory. They trying to get on the board. Rowe loses the face-off, but Bujo steals it away, tries to center it in front, down stolen away by Little Peters. And taken by Garby. Garby swings it up through the center, and that one is offside. The referees do not wave offside. I saw it clear as day over the line, but I'm not a referee, so I can't do that. McCullough now off the boards to herself. She'll chase after it. In down behind the net, McCullough. Circling around, gets it to the point. Up to Garby. Garby, wrister, looking for the tip-in from, that was Courtney Hall. Excuse me, that was Peyton Luff in front. And now here, tripped, no call. Shot there from Garby and a save from McKim, excuse me. And a couple slightly more questionable things from an officiating standpoint recently. There was an offsides that I'm standing just about dead even with the blue line on the right, and I saw it coming out of the zone. And that one right there, a Rayla Clemens charging towards the slot, tripped up, and either one could have been called, but play continues either way. Little Caesars in behind the net, trying to control it. They tip it out towards the slot. Newbridge, that one's chipped, and there are no boards there, so that one will go out of play. I made a couple comments yesterday about the boards being, my adjective was unnecessarily low. They are, like, some of these girls' heads are even with the top of the boards in some areas, and I feel like if you're trying to teach them hockey, you know, chipping things off the boards, use the actual size boards that they're going to see. But I also could be wrong, and this could be regulation boards for the JWHL. So, either way, interception there. That was Boone trying to get a handle on it. Eventually, Marnie does. Marnie swinging it in behind, shoots this one up on the wall. That one's kept in there by Clemens. Clemens weaving. Right, glove save by McKim. Back up to the point. This one not handled cleanly and having to chase all the way back after it. Komorowski swings it over to Garby. Garby looking for someone to get it up to. She finds Hall up the middle. Shot there, and that one is a save for McKim, who has yet to let in a goal since her counterpart, Josie Adamski, let in her 6th. 5.5 minutes to go in the second period. After this period, we will see some Zambonis. If you like Zambonis, you'll love the second intermission. If you like hockey, well, you're going to have to be a little patient. Right out in front here, McKim ready for it, but her defenders blocked that one away for her. Come back here, that pass is intercepted by George. Swinging it forward, now that pass is intercepted by Smith. And now re-intercepted by Sims. A lot of back and forth interception. Sims going wide, looking for the pass. One-timer and whiffing on it. Wide open net. Whiffing was Zhang there. She was ready, primed, locked, and loaded. Just needed some solid contact. Shot there right into the chest plate of McKim. Shot coming from Regal. We're down to 4:42 in the second period. Players coming out here. Looking in to take the face off is Robbins. Robbins wins it back. This one goes back to the point to Regal. Regal listed on. Tipped there by Robbins. A real nice tip, but McKim once again standing tall. Haley McKim thrust into action about halfway through the second period. Has not given up a goal so far. This one taken here by Luff to the board, trying to keep it in Regal. She does, but she lost control and it went out to center. George up on the boards, hits a little pile of snow. There's a little powder storm there. Chasing in after this one is Robbins. Robbins out in front, rough, and sprawling with the glove is McKim. Paula Kopka, she robbed her. Oh my. McKim laying flat on her stomach, just reaches the glove up, makes the save. If you're watching at home on YouTube or something, rewind, because that was worth watching again. That was a real good one. Probably one of the better saves I have seen in this tournament so far. Referees talking to the players again, saying, hey, don't you be inching while I have my back turned. Winning the face-off, Robbins. Bringing it around here. Keeping it in Regal. Regal, wrist shot there, save McKim. Robbins trying to pinch her off in the boards. This one comes back up to Regal. Regal likes to take wrist shots. She takes one there. That one's deflected, but too hard of a deflection as Clemens ended up just stopping that. Regal back up center. Back into her own zone. Trying to set something up, pass it up on the board. A tip pass there. And coming up is Luff. Luff stopping, waiting, and there's a penalty coming up. And I believe I figured out the rules for penalties. The penalties is when the player loses possession. As Luff just barely lost possession. Maybe it's just a touch too, because there was a poke check there, but Little Caesars will go to a power play. This penalty going to Newbridge. It is going to be Tate Hayden, defender, graduating in 2020. I'm looking at both teams, as I mentioned earlier, Kirsten Sims being one of the younger players. She's the only one on both teams with a 2022 graduation date. If I'm doing quick math, that means she's probably around, well, if you're graduating in 2022, that means you might be an 8th grader. So that means she's probably around 13 or 14, which is very impressive, especially considering some of the moves and goals she scored. So props to her. Grace Garvey back to get this one. Coming up here. Pinching off is Grace Smith there nicely. She'll shoot this one down, but not out. Keeping it in Little Caesars. Down on the point there. Back up to the point to Komorowski. Komorowski at the point. Down low. Sims shot there. Little 1-2 from Sims. This one also is saved by Adamski. 58 seconds in the power play. 2:19 in the second period. Winding down here. Little Caesars had a 3-0 lead after the first period, and they have doubled that so far here. Should the score remain the same for the next 2:19, they will be on pace for a 9-0 victory. Newbridge is hoping that is not the case. Little Caesars probably hoping it is. Coming up here at the point, here's Garby. Garby swings it down. Finds Robbins. Robbins on the wing. Shoots this one. Maybe looking for a sort of a shot pass. Garby recovers here. Point. Lots of snow over there. She handles the puck well, though. Garby down low, looking in front. Back out to Garby. Rebound there. And another penalty coming up. This one I didn't see. There's a cross check going to someone. This cross check is going to go to Courtney Boone. So Courtney Boone and Tate Hayden, who I believe is the top defensive pair for Newbridge, both in the penalty box. However, Tate Hayden is only there for 16 more seconds. Face off here. Dropped by our referee. That one goes over to George. George swings it over to Garby. I'm sorry, that's Regal. Back down to George. George waiting. Just 3 seconds left until Tate Hayden comes out. On the wing. Back down to George. George in front. There's about 3 Little Caesars players in front. As Hayden is out of the penalty box. Just 5 on 4 now. Circling around. Finding George streaking down low, but a little too far for her. Otherwise, she would have had a good shot. George leaves it for Regal. Regal at the point. Wrist shot there, blocked by the defender. Sitting on the doorstep shot, and this one is cleared by Newbridge. Regal will go back to get it. Minute left in the power play, just 45 seconds left in the period, though. This one's brought up by McCullough. McCullough centering passer, looking for Clemens. Found her, but Clemens stumbled a bit. Clemens in the slot here, shot. And a big check there. As play is still on. I don't think people realized it, but Kelly McCullough got knocked. Or I'm sorry, that was Kirsten Sims got knocked down pretty hard. Lost her stick, but meanwhile, everyone was watching her and the play was continuing. And here's Sims again. Sims over on the Regal. Regal wrist there, rebound there, Sims. And that one shot wide. Just 5 seconds left. Regal, maybe knowing the clock situation, shoots there, save, and that will end the period. 6-0 Little Caesars. Teams will now take about a 10-minute break. We will bring that third period to you in about 10 minutes. Little Caesars 6-0 will begin the third period on a power play, just for 22 seconds, however. We hope you're enjoying today's game and remind you that this game, as well as others from the weekend, are streamed live at jwhl.org, and all games are archived at our YouTube site. You can find them at youtube.com and search for JWHL. While you are there, we urge you to subscribe to our channel. It's completely free, costs nothing, and will help us continue to bring you the best of junior women's hockey. I am your announcer, Jake Raccoon, and I will see you in about 8-9 minutes for the third period. Back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, friends, parents, and anyone else who may be listening. This is JWHL Hockey U-16 Little Caesars versus Newbridge Academy. Getting ready for the start of the third period. I'm your announcer, Jake Raccoon, and we have a 6-0 game on our hands with 17 minutes left on the clock. Now, Little Caesars has a 22-second power play to begin, and they were about to start 5-on-5. They just realized I was about to yell something down. They just realized, hey, you have one too many people. Referee turns around, says back up. As soon as she turns her back, the player skates back forward. Anyways, and we are off. I always wondered why referees tell people to back up, and as soon as they turn their head, they go right straight forward. Anyway, Sims coming down in around behind the net. Sims, youngest player on either team, and also one of the goal scorers today. Circling around behind the net, still with the puck. She passed it off momentarily, then gave it up. Sims literally skating circles around the other team, and a slap shot there, and a heavy, heavy block. And down on the ice is Annie Tulk. She is really hurting that one leg. Looks to be her left leg. Yeah, her left leg is not doing well. I'll see if I can get an update. It was a heavy shot right on the crease, and she made the save. And here's a pass off the board. Here's Tuff going in. Or Luff, excuse me. Luff shot there. And Haley McKim in net. Thrust into action midway through the second period, and Haley McKim has not let in a goal yet. She has stopped every shot she has faced. Little Caesars hoping to change that. Haley McKim hoping not to. Long shot here, deflected in front, but that one goes wide. That was Zhang looking for the deflection. And I'm looking here, and it looks like Annie Tulk is walking off, like out of the arena. She's going, it looks like she's just walking back and forth. Probably just a stinger. Needs a couple minutes. She looks to be okay for anyone concerned listening. She probably going to be a real big bruise, but other than that, looks to be good. Anyway, Little Caesars trying to dig it out. Zhang in there trying to dig it out. 3 players per side coming out with it. Little Caesars, that was a shot there from Robbins. Robbins recovers, swings it along the boards. Stolen away here by Boone. Boone swings it around. Rowe will pick this one up for Newbridge. Rowe off the boards. That one's stolen away. Pass there low. And a odd angle shot, but a decent chance there for Robbins. Now out in front, alone and hitting the goalie in the mask. Alone is McCullough. No one was even stepping to her. They just left her there. McCullough again with the puck. Takes a hit there, and that one's going to be a body check, and that was a nasty one. That was from Boone. She was lowering the boom. McCullough is down on the ice, and this one doesn't look like something you can walk off. It looks players surrounding her. From the sports I've played, I know that you're supposed to give them space, but that genuinely looked like a hit to the head. Her head was down, and you got to keep your head up, but a penalty is definitely assessed. It is a 2-minute penalty. She looks shaken up, and again, I have yet to see a serious injury here. She looks like just needs to sit down and remember where she is, and she'll be good in a couple minutes. As for Tulk, she is back on the ice, testing her leg, but she is out there for the penalty kill. She looks like she's good to go. So there's your update for that. Clemens over on the wing sends this one back to the point. Jersey bumbled up. There's Komorowski. At the point here, down to Clemens, back up to Komorowski. Komorowski over to Sims, leaves it there for Komorowski a little far, but she goes and chases it down low to Clemens. Clemens up to Sims. Sims skating in here, forgets to bring the puck with her, and that one gets cleared away by Hayden, excuse me. Coming down the other way, that one's intercepted by Marnie, thrown right back in. Was going wide, but for good measure, Thiele gets in front of it. Coming the other way now is Little Caesars. Little Caesars coming up for them is Garby. Garby shoots it off the boards, goes and chases after herself, goes in around behind the net. Garby circling. Leaves it there for George. George shoots it down low. Bringing it back up, they go wide to Garby up at the point. Garby over to Clemens. That's a shot there. That one's blocked away. On the block was Bridie Trevors. Coming up now, here's Hayden. Hayden almost caught Little Caesars changing, but she just dumps it in and dumps it in and goes for a change. Little Caesars coming back up. 20 seconds to go on their power play. This one tried to clear it down, but Luff keeps that one in. Luff to the point, up to Regal. Regal over to George. Down low. Working it behind the net, Little Caesars. Circling up to the point, back to Regal. Regal, slap shot there. Wrister, save, and another save there for McKim. McKim giving up the rebounds, but not the goals. Out of the box, back to even strength is Newbridge. Luff down low. A sort of shot from behind the net, maybe trying to bank it off something. That was Hall shooting that one. This one's going to circle around. George will go back to get this one. George. Bad giveaway here for George. A shot. That one goes wide. A good chance there for Newbridge. Tipping it off the boards. Trying to tip it to herself was O'Rourke. She could not find it. Now coming the other way is Little Caesars. Here's Robbins. Robbins passes it off. Gets it back to Robbins. Shot there. McKim stands tall again. Coming Jang up to the point. A whiff on a slap shot there. Jang controls it. And a penalty coming up here for interference or slashing. This one is going to go to it looks like it's going to go to Robbins. And yes, Robbins is going to get a slashing penalty. Trying to get the puck up in front. Ends up, instead of slapping the puck, ends up slapping another girl. So, Hall will take a shorthanded face-off for Little Caesars. Riley Burns will take a face-off for Newbridge. Burns wins the face-off back to Hayden. Hayden chips it off the board. This one's chipped right back in again. McKim comes out to control it, and coming back up now is Tulk. Tulk looking perfectly fine after that heavy block there. Loses the puck. This one goes all the way back down to McKim. McKim leaves it there. Hayden comes up with it. Hayden, a little pat from Zhang just to let her know she's there. This one goes back to Hayden. Hayden trying to skate it up. Gets this one up to Bujo. Bujo coming through. Tries to go wide. Loses that one. Slapped all the way back down. Minute 10 left in the power play. McKim comes out to play this one. Marnie back to play it behind the net. Looking for the forecheck is Luff. Back and forth. Okay, eventually gets it up to Boone. Boone circling. Passes it over to Marnie. Marnie now coming up, going for the long pass, and she finds Smith. Smith in the zone, takes a shot. That one looking for some traffic in front, finds no one though. Little Caesars looking to get it back the other way. Trying to kill some clock. kept in moment by Boone. This one's recovered, and Marnie will go back to get this one. Coming up here, Boone trying to carry. Tries to get it to O'Rourke, but this one's taken by Little Caesars off the netting. And apparently they didn't see it go off the netting because they're still playing. Marnie in around behind the net. Penalty expired. We are back to even strength. This one goes up. Smith now carrying. Smith forced to skate backwards a little. Neat little trick there. That one's going to get called offsides. So they saw that one, but they didn't saw the puck. They didn't see the puck hit the netting. 9 minutes to go. 30 seconds away from halfway through the period. Little Caesars still with the 6-0 lead. Maybe taking their foot off the gas a little, but up 6, you can afford to do that. And we're getting a discussion, the referee talking with the Newbridge bench about something. Not entirely sure. And now they're going to start a running clock, I believe was the symbol given. And so I'll let you know next whistle, but she gave a symbol that appeared to be like a running clock symbol. It appears that the Newbridge coach asked for the running clock. His power play expired, and he said, all right, 8 minutes left, 6, maybe concede. I don't like to say the term giving up, but I'd say conceding this game at 6-0 with 8 minutes to go. Slot shot here, and a goal there for McCullough. McCullough, who's been waiting just about all game for that, had her chances for sure. In the slot, ripping that one home, and that's the first goal McKim has given up. And we are, in fact, in running clock. Clock ticking down now, despite the whistle. 7-0 Little Caesars, courtesy of Kelly McCullough. Little Caesars now. I said they were on pace for 9-0. They've maybe dropped off that pace a little bit, but sure, if the game were to end as it is now, they would be okay with that. Trying to keep it in. George stepping up. She's going to get whistled offsides. Jang a little too eager to get in. Running clock ticking down, 7:15 and counting to go. Nobody's in any hurry. Newbridge would like to get at least 1, maybe 2, if they could. Smith going wide on the faceoff. Trevors wins the faceoff for Newbridge. Gets it back to Boone. Boone trying to chip it up, but that one's stolen away by Robin. Down on her knees, trying to control that one. Pinned there by 2 Newbridge defenders. And now there's a whole plethora of people, for those of you looking for some fancy words. Plethora is one of my personal favorites. And a save there from McKim. Shot likely going wide, but she'll hold on to it anyway. Ticking clock, 6:20 here to go and counting. 7-0 Little Caesars. Robbins will come in to take the face-off for them. Riley Burns will take it for Newbridge. Riley Burns wins the face-off. Chip off the boards. Trying to get it up, and Little Caesars steals it away. Here's Hall. Hall with 2 goals already. Talking about a hat trick later. Said she might not see many hats. This one's a save. Looking for the hat trick. Haley McKim says no. You will not rain hats on my parade. As I said, there's only about 4 hats, 5 hats that could be thrown onto the ice. And everyone who's using them looks nice and warm in their hats, and I don't think they will throw their hats. chipping this one in. Komorowski trying to chase in and after it herself. Robbins in there to help. That one gets left behind the net. Bringing this up is Burns. Burns gets to Homer. Homer chips it in. They're going to rule no icing as it went right past a Little Caesars defender. 5 minutes and counting to go. Puck around on the boards. Taken up here. And Little Caesars retreats as Garby. Garby in behind the net. Passes it off. And a little dump pass there, but that one's stolen away there nicely by Seraphin. Taking it there. Falling down Boone, and the puck dribbles out behind the boards. And a nice self pass there from Seraphin. Seraphin trying to get in. And she loses control of the puck. Little Caesars recovers. Through the center here is Sims. Sims, a fancy move there. Shot there, save McKim. Sims looking for a rebound. Will not find any. It's a little friendly tap from Tia Seraphin. And that will be that. 4 minutes remaining in the period, counting. Sims wins the faceoff, gets it right to Clement. Shot there from Sims on the rebound. Shot from Clement was blocked. Pass here up to George. That one momentarily intercepted. George holds on for a bit. She gets that one down to Jang. Jang over, holding it in nicely is Clemens. Clemens gives it down on the wing to Sims. Sims skating up here. Some fancy footwork. Sims gets it back down to Clemens. Clemens now controlling. Clemens muscled off, but this one gets to the point to Regal. Regal wrist shot there, looking for a deflection from Jang. Couldn't find it. Stolen away here. Taken up by Newbridge. This is O'Rourke. O'Rourke gets it on the wing to Burns. O'Rourke chases after it herself, actually. She blew past her own teammate Burns. Stolen away by Little Caesars. This one comes to the point. Here's Boone with a chance here. Losing control of the puck more momentarily, and Little Caesars makes it permanent. A little too far for Jang, who will go off for a sub, and recovering is Marnie. Flips it up on the board. This one goes right back down to Marnie. Marnie gets it over to Boone. Boone flipping it up through the center to Homer. Homer shoots it in wide of the net and chasing after it, Little Caesars. Caesars shoots it long pass here, and here's a break. She has to stop it. Hall couldn't get past the defender. Hall with a long pass now, looking for Luff. Couldn't find her. Pass behind her. Luff steals it away, keeps it in momentarily. This one's taken away by Hayden. Hayden coming through center. Hayden trying to get bumped off the puck, but she's going to go and chase after it all herself. This one gets rung around on the boards. Caesars coming up now, looking for the long pass. They were looking for a streaking Hall. Hall tips this one through the middle. Here's a shot there from McCullough, and that one's just high. A heavy shot there. Luff now in the corner trying to fight for it. McCullough comes up with it. McCullough gets it over on the wing. Wrist shot here. That one's blocked. McCullough recovers, gets it back to her. Shoots there on the side. Hall comes up with it. And Hall trying to control it. Penalty coming up here. And this one, with 1 minute left, running clock, this one, they're going to get Hall for a high sticking. The call was interesting one. It's 40 seconds left. The coach now getting an explanation. They're going to play anyway, with just 40 seconds on a running clock. Here's Newbridge. Here's O'Rourke. O'Rourke chipping it in. That one is off the netting. Out of play. Whistle. 25 seconds left. By the time they get another puck, get it back in play, this one might be wrapped up. No one's in any hurry. The ref has a puck. They're going to do a formality face-off. Smith in to take it for Newbridge. Loses it to Robbins. They'll take this one back. 6 seconds. Giveaway here. O'Rourke a shot. Save. 2 seconds, 1 second, and that is the game. The game ends on a save from Amanda Thiele. Final score here, 7-0. Little Caesars. Let's test my memory here. The goals came in this order from Courtney Hall, Lauren Regal, Courtney Hall again, then Rayla Clemens, Avery Robbins, and then Kirsten Sims, and then Kelly McCullough. Final score, once again, 7-0. I'm your announcer, Jake Raccoon, as you can see on your screen. And we hope you enjoyed today's game and want to remind you that this game, as well as all the rests from this weekend, are streamed live at jwhl.org. And all games are archived at our YouTube site. You can find it at youtube.com and search for JWHL. While you're there, we urge you to subscribe to our channel. It costs nothing, but will help us to continue to bring you the best of junior women's hockey. Once again, final score 7-0 Little Caesars. I'm Jake Raccoon. We'll see you next time.